Hello CMA final students. Question paper is here. I am very happy. Yesterday I did one video, 7 marks in 7 minutes. Same concept, question number 7B came for 7 marks. I hope all those who have watched that video answered that question well. I'm very happy. 2 or 3 MCQs are a bit tough, but overall, the question paper is okay. And it is easy only. You can attempt, and whatever the concepts that we focused, assessment of various entities, 115 BAB, 115 BAA, one question was came, 115 BAC, one question has come, MAT, yesterday I told one question has come. So superb. Non-resident taxation, I expected from NRI concept, question will come. From NRI concept only question was asked. Appeals and revisions. So yeah, the question paper is well. Now let us discuss MCQs and analyze the questions. So Dr. Vinayak, a reputed medical doctor, is a non-resident. His gross receipt from profession in India for the financial year ended 31st March 25 was 12 lakhs and his total income computed. See, his gross receipts crossed more than 10 lakhs. As gross receipts are more than 10 lakhs, they are required to file ITR. Okay. So the answer is exceeded 10 lakhs, they are required to file ITR. D is the answer. Next. MNO LLP Mumbai furnished its return of income for assessment year 25-26 before specified due date and declared income of 1,20,000 rupees. Assessment was completed on 10th February 26 and total income was enhanced by 1,65,000. There was no advance tax or TDS credit. How much is the amount of interest payable? Now, see how much is returned income. Returned income is 1,20,000. How much is assessed income? Assessed income is 1,65,000. So how much is the tax we need to find out? On 1,20,000, 1,20,000 into 30% plus 4%, 37,440. Here assessed tax is 1,65,000 into 30% plus 4%, 51,480. So how much is shortfall? Shortfall is 14,040. Shortfall shall be rounded off to 14,000, right? Into 1% into how many months? 234B will be levied from 1st April up to the date of completion of assessment. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January and February, 11 months. So 14,000 into 1% into 11 months, 1540. So around 1544, this is the answer I feel. Next. What is the rate of tax on income on transfer of virtual digital asset? Tax rate is 30%. Next. An apartment was acquired by Kanti Lal for 50 lakhs in Singapore. He was in India for more than 2 decades before he left India permanently in April 2017. Only 60% of purchase price of apartment was disclosed to tax. Fact of non-disclosure of full amount of purchase price of apartment came to knowledge of assessing officer. See how much is undisclosed? 40% is undisclosed. 40% of fair market value in the year of notice. Notice was given in January 25, 24-25, right? In 24-25 fair market value 200 lakhs. 200 lakhs into 40%. So 80 lakhs will be taxed under Black Money Act. Next. During the course of assessment of Sheila and Co. for assessment year 25-26, it was found that a bogus entry was made for 5 lakhs. If you pass a bogus entry, penalty is equal to amount of bogus entry. How much is amount of bogus entry? 5 lakhs. So 5 lakhs is the penalty. Next, survey under section 133A is conducted. Under survey, you like assessing officer can verify books of accounts, but assessing officer cannot seize cash, cannot seize assets. If he wants, he can impound books of accounts. So what he cannot do, he could not exercise seizing of cash. That is the answer. What is the monetary limit of tax effect of department to file appeal before High Court? It is 1 crore. It is amended. I told in class also revised limit. Answer is B. In Marathon also I have discussed. Next. ICDS. See, under ICDS, for each each set of securities, we need to calculate cost or NRV, whichever is lower. So 800 plus 1500, 2300, and 900 plus 1200, 2100. Out of these two, whichever is lower means 2100. Next, 1000 plus 1500, 2500. 3400. Out of these two, whichever is lower means 2500. Answer is 4600. Next. Ramesh sold his residential house for 80 lakhs and long term capital gain was 55 lakhs. He purchased capital gain bonds of NHAI. See, legally only he is trying to reduce his tax liability. So this will amount to tax planning. Next. Which method is generally considered as most appropriate for determining arm's length price in case of transfer of unique intangibles? See, in case of unique intangibles, comparable price is not available. Similarly, like as comparable uncontrolled price is not available, cup method is not possible. In case of most unique intangibles, we choose profit split method. In marathon also, international taxation marathon, we have discussed about drones. It is unique intangible. Indian company will develop hardware, it will send software, like it will send it to Singapore. Singapore company will add software. So in case of unique intangibles, we will use profit split method. PQR Limited has been supplying goods to its associated enterprise located in foreign country. It applied for advance pricing agreement. The transaction amount is 150 crores. It is above 100 crores and less than 200 crores. So the fees is 10 lakhs. Next, what is the meaning of safe harbor? Safe harbor means what? If transfer price is within the limit given by government, then government will accept the transfer price without calculating arm's length price. So the answer is B. Next, Lakshmi resident individual earned 35 lakhs as consultancy income in country Y, on which she paid tax in country Y at the rate of 20%. Country Y does not have DTAA. She wants to know. See, even though India is not having double taxation avoidance agreement, still benefit is allowed under section 91, okay, on doubly taxed income. So the answer is C. Lakshmi will get relief even though there is no DTAA between India and country Y. Next, 14. Which of the following articles is present in UN Model Convention but absent in OECD Model Convention? Uh, I feel no student will answer this type of MCQ. This is so deep. I feel the answer is Article 12A only. Article 12A is present in UN model but not in OECD. Next, last one. The assessing officer of ABC Limited finds a transaction to be an impermissible transaction. Okay. The principal commissioner made reference to approving panel after fully complying with legal provisions. What is the time limit for approving panel to issue directions? So approving panel needs to give directions within 6 months from end of the month in which reference is made. D. So these are the answers for MCQs. See, some 3 to 4 MCQs are tough. Remaining all are easy only, which you can attempt. Obviously, like you cannot score 100%, right? Next, so strange trust taxation. One question has come, and you know, yeah, calculation of tax liability of partnership firm we have discussed in class. And I told 115 BAC, one question was asked yesterday also in preparation strategy I told. Again on 115 BAB, 7 marks question, 14 marks. I told you yesterday assessment of various entities very important. 115 BAC one question came, 115 BAB one question came, on MAT also one question came. The 3 questions. Yeah, next. So again, this is relating to capital gains. So question came from demerger concept. Demerger from business restructuring. And again, this is NR taxation. I told every time question number 4B is asking from NR taxation, question has come NRI, non-resident Indian. In revision also with regard to non-resident Indian, I revised the concept. With regard to NRI taxation only question has come. Today morning also in Telegram group, I have explained how to calculate capital gains in case of non-resident Indian invested. We need to calculate entire capital gain in foreign currency. Capital gain in foreign currency is to be converted into Indian currency. Same concept. Next question number 5A. This is from appeals. Sorry, assessment procedures. Next. So this is relating to depreciation and machinery. Next question number 6A, direct question from DTAA. Question 6B, it is also from DTAA. We have, it is expected only. Question number 7A, transfer pricing. Question number 7B, 94B. Yesterday I uploaded one video, 7 marks in 7 minutes. Same concept, like from that only question has come. Next, question number 8A, MAT, that is also expected. Question number 8P, whether it is specified domestic transaction or international transaction. So, most expected questions only came in the exam. See, of course, some questions are tough only, which you can leave as choice. Out of 7 questions, I feel 4 questions are easy only. If you can attempt these 4 questions is sufficient. Out of total 15 MCQs, 9 to 10 MCQs are easy only. If you can attempt them sufficient, you can get exemption. This is professional exam. You need not expect to score 100 marks. Okay. So I wish you all the very best for next exam. Thank you very much. Bye.